Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, and welcome to Spikemuth City, where the Spikemuth Devils are hosting the Veilstone combat. Combat today going to start out with Surfetched and Toxicroak, whereas the Spikemuth Devils are going to start out with their pseudo-legendary Hydreigon and Incineroar, their actual top 2 ranked Pokemon they have on their side. There's a very big game for them today, as they have massive momentum from last week. But let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win, the Spikemuth Devils or the Veilstone combat. Incineroar is going to start out with a wrap targeting Toxicroak, so Toxicroak's going to be taking damage in between turns from that wrap attack. Speed advantage going to the Spikemuth Devils Hydreigon following up. It's going to go with a Sucker Punch, but it will fail. Sucker Punch never works in the Elite Challenge League. Toxicroak now with its opportunity goes with a Facade. And again, every time I almost go to say Facade. Surfetched with its opportunity. And it goes with a Solar Blade, so it's going to take this turn to absorb some light. That Solar Blade will hit on the next turn. And as we know, the Veilstone combat do have the highest physical attack average of any team in the Elite Challenge League. Now, as always, this is a 6-on-6 Metronome battle, and if we hit that 20-minute time limit, we will go into single battle overtime. Incineroar again. It's going to go with a Fire Spin. Surfetched avoids that attack. Incineroar trying to set up damage in between turns. Dragon Breath now coming from Hydreigon. It's going to get that stab boost, being a Dragon type. And a huge hit on Toxicroak, taking it down into the yellow and leaving Toxicroak paralyzed. So Surfetched is going to go with that Solar Blade. Looks like it's going to target Hydreigon. And it does, and Hydreigon is already taken down into the yellow with a not very effective attack. Toxicroak now going to set up a grassy terrain. So it's going to allow Pokemon to restore health in between turns. So there will be some health boost. This could be very good for Toxicroak, who's also losing health in between turns. So it's going to get some health restored, and then it's going to get some taken away. There's that wrap now, taking it away. And I'd say it's probably taking just a tiny bit more away than what it's actually gaining. But the Spikemuth Devils sitting 10th, if they win this game, they could finally be in the top 8. They have not been in the top 8 at all this season, as we get a payback coming from Incineroar, targeting Surfetched. It's not very effective on the fighting type, as the fighting types do have a type advantage over the dark type Pokemon. Aeroblast now coming from Hydreigon. And that's a massive hit. Toxicroak is eliminated by that super effective move, a signature move of the legendary Pokemon Lugia. Surfetched now with an opportunity to avenge its teammate. Goes with a Wonder Room though. That Wonder Room will set over the field, in which everyone's defenses and special defenses do get switched, as Surfetched has its health restored from that grassy terrain. Pissimian now coming out onto the field for the Veilstone combat. Now, as I said, with the Spikemuth Devils, if they win this, they could be in the top 8, and they had a huge win last week, ending the streak of the Olivine Ore. I believe it was 7 games they had gone without losing a match. They were dominating this league. Incineroar is going to absorb some light this turn as we get a Dragon Breath coming from Hydreigon. Targeting Pissimian, so it's got 2 Dragon type moves in a row. Oh, sorry, not in a row, but it has gone for another Dragon type move. As we now see Wrap coming from Pissimian. We have seen this already in this battle. As it targets Hydreigon, Hydreigon will now start taking damage from the Wrap in between turns. Surfetched now goes with a Thunderbolt. And it's going to target Incineroar, taking its first damage of the battle. As Incineroar, its illusion has worn off, and it's now revealed that Incineroar is Zoroark. So it's Zoroark who's been on the field. Zoroark, unfortunately, has not had a very good season so far. Usually been taken out very fast. It has only defense stats of 60, both for its base defense and its special defense. So it is an easy target. It can pack some high damage, and it's very fast. So it's lasting longer than what it normally does, so I'm impressed with Zoroark's performance so far, as it goes with a Solar Blade. And that will target Surfetched, and a huge hit, taking Surfetched down into the yellow, almost down into the red. Hydreigon could actually capitalize here, but it goes with an Iron Defense. So it's going to boost its defenses here and not go for an offensive type move. Now Pissimian with its opportunity. And Pissimian is going to go with a Heal Bell. That bell will chime, but it has no effect. It would have healed any status conditions on the side of the Veilstone combat, but they don't have any. As Surfetched sets up a Reflect, it's going to boost the Veilstone combat's defenses against physical moves. Zoroark getting some of that health restored from the grassy terrain, as does Passimian and Surfetched. Hydreigon won't be getting any due to its levitate ability, but instead it takes damage from that wrap. That wrap actually gets it down into the red as well, so Hydreigon just hanging in there. Now, Veilstone Combat, we're doing pretty well at the start of the season, I think, but they've really started to drop off. They're actually sitting 15th now. Their record is very poor, 4-6, as we get Disarming Voice from Zoroark, and it eliminates Surfetched. Unbelievable. I did not expect that to happen, but a very good hit there by Zoroark as Passimian absorbs the Steadfast ability from Surfetched. Hydreigon now goes with a Steel Wing, targeting the other Pokemon on the side of the Veilstone Combat at the moment. Passimian taking it down into the yellow, who now has its opportunity to respond, and it's going to go with a Crush Grip. Targeting Hydreigon, and Hydreigon takes barely any damage from that, so it's still hanging in there as Zoroark and Passimian get their health restored again. But again, Combat with a record of 4-6. They had 3 games in a row. Ooh, wow. Unbelievable. Hydreigon just held on there from that wrap. It has the minimalist of health left. But as I was saying, the Veilstone Combat, 4-6, but they had 3 games in a row where they lost with only 1 Pokemon remaining. So they've been so close so many times as we have Machamp come onto the field for the Veilstone Combat. Zoroark still with that speed advantage on the field. And it goes with a Tail Slap, targeting Passimian. It hits twice. It's got 3. Passimian's in the red and it hits 3 times. Hydreigon could capitalize and finish it off here, which would be massive for the Spikemuth Devils. Goes with the Fake Tears. So it doesn't go for an offensive type move. Instead, it just lowers Passimian's special defense. Veilstone Combat need to start taking advantage of their fighting type advantage, as Passimian goes with a Flail, targeting Zoroark, and a massive hit. Zoroark just hanging in there is almost eliminated. But we're going to get a superpower from Machamp, so it's going with the fighting type moves. And this will finish Hydreigon off, a huge move to use, as Machamp does lower its attack and defense just to get rid of the pseudo legendary. But that is the first Pokemon down for the Spikemuth Devils, which is massive for the combat. That's what they need as that Wonder Room wears off. And Bishop comes out onto the field for the Spikemuth Devils with that pressure ability. So the Metronomes that Passimian and Machamp use will take up 2 PPs per turn. Zoroark, getting that speed advantage, still being on the side of the Spikemuth Devils, goes with a Dragon Claw, targeting Machamp, trying to avenge Hydreigon, obviously. This Passimian now sets up its Metronome. It's going to go with a Leash Life, targeting Zoroark. This should finish it off, and it does. So Zoroark will be eliminated by that super effective move, as Passimian gets the minimalist of health restorations there, but it does get some back. Now Bishop has its opportunity. Bishop has that massive 125 attack stat. It would actually fit in real nicely with the attack stats of the Veilstone Combat, as Bishop's type changes to normal. Machamp now goes with a bounce, so it's going to spring up. We'll see that bounce connect on the next turn. Machamp having that 130 attack stat lowered. As I said, Spikemuth Devils Bishop would fit in nicely with the Veilstone Combat, as Obstagoon comes onto the field for the Devils. Obstagoon should have the speed advantage, and it does. Has its opportunity to target Passimian, and it goes with a Healing Wish, so it doesn't help out its team at all. The Veilstone Combat actually going to take the lead thanks to Obstagoon eliminating itself. What has it done? What are you doing, Obstagoon? This is fantastic for the combat, as they are going to focus solely here on Bishop, but Passimian goes with a Soft Boiled, so it's going to restore its health, some much needed health, taking itself back up into the green. It's huge, as Bishop needs to focus on Passimian because it will not hit Machamp at the moment, and that Glare is going to connect with Passimian. So Passimian, I apologize, it still hit Machamp, even though it was up in the sky. And Machamp was paralyzed, so it didn't get to finish off that bounce, as Crocodile comes onto the field for the Spikemuth Devils. Crocodile, the ground dark type, is the quickest on the field, and it sets up a sunny day. So this will quicken anyone's need to charge up for a Solar Beam or a Solar Blade, making it only a 1-turn move. Passimian now goes with a Spore, It's going to target Bishop, so it's going to put Bishop to sleep with that move. Bishop's still at full health. But it is fast asleep, so it's not going to be able to use its Metronome this turn. And Machamp is paralyzed, so it also doesn't get to go for a move this turn. This could have very big implications for both sides. Crocodile still is the quickest on the field though. So Spikemuth Devils with an advantage at the moment goes with the overheat. Targeting Persimmon, a huge hit, and Persimmon is eliminated by that overheat. Crocodile has lowered its special attack to do it, but things are all leveled up as Persimmon taken out of this battle with a massive hit. Bishop is still asleep, and Machamp is still suffering from that paralysis. So no damage being done to the Spikemuth Devils on that turn, as we have Poliwrath, the water fighting type, come out for the Veilstone combat. Now if Poliwrath can get a water type move onto Crocodile, you have to think it has the potential to eliminate it in one turn. Crocodile, though, still with that speed advantage, goes with a Core Enforcer. This will hit both Machamp and Poliwrath. It is a signature move of the Legendaries I got, but you see there, it does very minimal damage to Poliwrath and Machamp there. Poliwrath is going to go with a Thunder. Clearly, this is going to go for Bishop because it would not affect Crocodile. And a decent hit there onto Bishop, but it's still in the green. Machamp does shake off its paralysis and goes with a Charge Beam. Another electric type move, going for Bishop, gets it down into the yellow with that 1-2 combination. Bishop needs to wake up and help out Crocodile here. Otherwise, Crocodile will just be doing all this work by itself, as it goes with the Moonlight, but its health is full, so that is of no use to it. Now Bishop has finally woken up. Gonna go with a Hyper Voice. This will hit both Poliwrath and Machamp. Takes Machamp down into the yellow. Now Poliwrath goes with the Acid Spray. This will target Bishop. And does affect Bishop now that it is a normal type Pokemon, remember. So it has lost its Steel typing. Torment now coming from Machamp. And it will subject Crocodile to that Torment, so Crocodile is going to start using Struggle, and it will get that recoil damage. But it's still, with that Struggle, is a massive hit onto Machamp. Machamp is eliminated, and there's that recoil damage on the Crocodile. Crocodile has a massive attack stat of 117, so it does help. Bishop now sets up the Psychic Terrain, so we've got the Psychic Terrain with the Sunny Day on the field now. So Psychic type moves will get a boost. Spikemuth Devils need to take advantage of that over the fighting types. Poliwrath goes with the Aqua Tail if this goes for Crocodile, but instead goes for Bishop. But regardless, it gets the job done. It's a critical hit, and Bishop is eliminated from the matchup. It is now a 2v2 battle, as the last Pokemon for both sides will be coming out onto the field. And as we saw earlier, Incineroar is actually coming onto the field this time. It is not Zoroark as the last Pokemon for the Spikemuth Devils. And we have Conkeldurr, the Pokemon with the highest physical attack stat on the Veilstone combat. Its attack stat is 140, as Incineroar's Intimidate will lower that slightly. Now Crocodile has been able to shake off its Torment. Goes with the Ancient Power. It's going to target Poliwrath here. Very minimal, not very effective. I don't even know if that actually really did any damage to Poliwrath. That's how much minor damage it did. We're going to get a Crab Hammer from Poliwrath. This will be super effective no matter who it hits. And it hits Crocodile, and Crocodile is eliminated with that super effective move there from Poliwrath. A huge hit from the Water type Pokemon. Incineroar now. Going to go with a final Gimp. Oh my god, Incineroar has just eliminated itself doing this. It targets Poliwrath, and Poliwrath is eliminated. But Incineroar has taken itself out of this battle, which means that the Veilstone combat, having Conkeldurr left, will win this battle. I don't even think Conkeldurr used any moves. That is fantastic. It would have been a draw if it was the last two Pokemon, which we have yet to see in the Elite Challenge League. But amazingly, the Veilstone combat have got the win and stopped the Spikemuth Devils from getting into the top 8. They are clearly not going to be on their high now after beating the Yellow last week. Maybe they came into this battle too confident. But we don't know. Spikemuth Devils need to get back on that winning board, and next week they will be facing the Cinnabar Flare. Cinnabar Flare, who are actually facing the Yellow this week. So that should be a really good game. I look forward to seeing that. That'll be in Cinnabar Island, sorry. Whereas the Veilstone Combat get a much needed win. These are the wins they need, where they're so close. It can always swing either way, and this is what the Veilstone Combat do. They are clearly getting better at it, though. Winning today, they need to win next week, though, when they host the Malleus Draconids, a team who are vying for the top 4. So that will be a big challenge for the Veilstone Combat. We'll find out if they can get that done next week. But this battle, very back and forth, could have gone either way, really, but unbelievably, Incineroar took itself out of this game. I cannot believe that, considering Incineroar did it, Obstagoon did it. They practically beat themselves, which Spikemuth Devils have capitalized on other teams doing that. Very well done by Poliwrath in this matchup as well. That Crab Hammer, we mentioned that it's water typing numerous times, came into big effect, taking out Crocodile. But Incineroar with that final gambit, giving up the win to Veilstone Combat, terrible for the Devils. They will be very disappointed. But Nidorinas, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field. And if you like what you saw, leave a like, share, and subscribe. And always remember, you are awesome, and I will speak to you next time.